Hi, Derek from Sporcle here, and today we're going to talk about the Marvel Cinematic Universe movies, and I'm going to play a quiz that takes them in order, from order of release date all the way through up till now. And here we are with Marvel Cinematic Universe oldest to newest. Now this is one of these minefield quizzes, so you have to get them in order without making any mistakes or it blows up on you. So with that, we'll just jump right in. Alright, we're starting out first with Iron Man. Iron Man was released in 2008, really kicks things off, and I know what you're thinking. What happened to Spider-Man, X-Men, Fantastic Four, Ghost Rider, Blade, some of these older Marvel titles? Well, Marvel had actually licensed out all of these titles to other studios like Sony and to Fox. It wasn't until 2008 that they decided, yep, we're going to kick off our own cohesive Marvel Cinematic Universe and tie all these movies in together. They did so with Iron Man. Next came The Incredible Hulk. There was actually an older Hulk movie from 2003 that was directed by Ang Lee and had Eric Bana and Jennifer Connelly. This is kind of a reboot sequel starring Edward Norton as the title character. The Hulk movie wasn't part of MCU. Incredible Hulk is. Edward Norton is not. After this, he was replaced by Mark Ruffalo. Next brings us to Iron Man 2, a very worthy follow-up to Iron Man, and it's at this point Marvel just decided they needed to add more characters because they have this Avengers movie coming up and they need to intro a few folks. So that brings us to Thor, and we also get Captain America the First Avenger. Now they've laid the groundwork for Marvel's The Avengers, directed by Joss Whedon of Buffy the Vampire Slayer fame, and that completes basically phase 1 of the MCU. After that, we go into Iron Man 3, which begins phase 2, and now we're full on in sequelville. So that takes us to Thor the Dark World, arguably the lamest Thor movie, possibly the lamest MCU movie, followed up nicely by Captain America the Winter Soldier, which is really a great follow-up. The Captain America movies just keep getting better and better. From there, we take kind of this left turn into outer space with space cowboys. None of the Avengers are involved really at this point with Guardians of the Galaxy. It might seem like a random departure, but A, this is a really fun movie with Chris Pratt and a great soundtrack, and also it's an important movie because it really lays the groundwork and supercharges the world of the Infinity Stones. Infinity Stones become super important as the franchise goes along. If you're just looking to get caught up on some of it, Guardians of the Galaxy is actually a really good place to get you there. After Guardians of the Galaxy, we're now up to Avengers Age of Ultron. That's the second Avengers movie. It's kind of a throwaway movie. It does lay more groundwork. They have the fictional country of Sokovia that kind of gets destroyed and ends up being important in later MCU movies. James Spader plays a great robot who wants to basically kill everybody. You also meet some new characters who get introduced and also some that get killed off. But all in all, I don't know, it's a fine sequel, but not my favorite. And then rounding out phase 2 comes Ant-Man. Now Ant-Man I thought was going to be terrible because it just seems so incredibly weird, but Paul Rudd is amazing. The script by Edgar Wright is just fantastic. Evangeline Lilly and Michael Douglas round out the cast. Really a fun movie and kind of a palate cleanser for some of the heavy stuff that's about to come up. Notably in Captain America Civil War. Captain America Civil War is kind of an unofficial Avengers movie. Most of the Avengers are in it except for Hulk and Thor. There's actually a great Chris Hemsworth video where he is lamenting not being included. Basically gets together with an Australian roommate named Doug. Look it up on YouTube. It's fantastic. From there we go over into Doctor Strange, I believe, continues to expand the universe of the MCU. And then we get Guardians of the Galaxy, kind of a throwaway sequel, but it's fun. There's nothing really wrong with it, but not overly all that important. That leads us next into Spider-Man Homecoming. Spider-Man, they got the rights back, and so he appears in Civil War. This is the best Spider-Man movie of all time. If you disagree with me, I'll fight you. After that, we go into a really good sequel to Thor, Thor Ragnarok. It's like a buddy cop movie, but instead of getting like Mel Gibson and Danny Glover, you get Thor and the Hulk. From there, we go into Black Panther, or shall I say Oscar-nominated Black Panther. This might be the best MCU movie out there, from costuming to story to the soundtrack. Directed by Ryan Coogler, it has Michael B. Jordan as Killmonger. Truly just an amazing film. You can watch it over and over again. From there, we go into Avengers Infinity War. This is where the Infinity Stones are in full mash mode with Thanos going crazy across the universe. The epic snap. If you don't know what that is, I don't really know why you're watching this video because that's all the MCU is talking about these days. After all this heaviness, you're ready for Ant-Man and the Wasp. Again, another palate cleanser, but notable because the Wasp is the first time that a female has made the movie title of all of these MCU movies. But quickly followed up by that with Brie Larson as the Amazing Captain Marvel. That's a really fun movie, definitely setting the stage for more of Phase 3, which leads nicely into Avengers Endgame, which concludes Phase 3. and is the last movie in our list. Phase 4 is on the horizon with follow-ups to Spider-Man and Black Panther and Guardians of the Galaxy 3. But outside of that, that completes the first 3 phases of the MCU. So, there you go. That's the MCU in order. Please don't give any spoilers away in the comments. There's a lot of talk about Endgame and other movies out there. Please let people enjoy this as much as they can. But do let us know which were your favorite MCU movies along the way. As always, thanks for watching, and please subscribe to our channel or leave comments down below if you want to get more involved in Sporcle. Thanks.